going on, Jerome? Minnesota Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell fed the local media jackals on Monday after their big-time Sunday Night Football win against the Indianapolis Colts, moving to 6-2. And there's some stuff and some things and some stuff that need to be taken care of. Notably, a couple special teams injuries, but we'll get into that. Starting off at the top, Dave Mizutani, Pioneer Press. Christian Darrisaw will have surgery today per Kevin O'Connell. The road to recovery begins. Now, Darrisaw tore his ACL, MCL last Thursday, and it's good that he's getting the surgery relatively early because it does speed up the timetable for recovery. Hopefully, Darrisaw will be back to start the 25 season, as well as hopefully a little bit of training camp as well. Or if he's not, do you convince Cam Robinson to stay and then Cam Robinson reduces inside the guard? Maybe. Roger Saffold one time. I don't know. But it's different than Hawkinson's surgery where he also tore the ACL, MCL. They actually waited a month before surgery because they decided to let the MCL heal on its own. So it's good news for Darrisaw. Speedy recovery. Well wishes for CD. Kevin Seifert, ESPN, on the special teams injuries. Vikings All-Pro long snapper Andrew DePaula suffered a hand injury and will need surgery per Kevin O'Connell. Likely short-term injured reserve. I swear to everything that's holy, the Vikings get the most random injuries. And also, hey, if you're a long snapper, what part of your body can you injure besides your hands? Yeah, but it does lead to the reason why Garrett Bradbury was practicing long snaps over on the side. But it's really unfortunate. Another part of the battery is kicker Will Rackard with a quad injury is still being evaluated, but it's possible the Vikings will need to bring in a kicker this week. More to come there. And Reichard did have a pretty significant quad injury, same leg in 2019 back in Tuscaloosa, Roll Tide. So hopefully Reichard will get right, and hopefully won't be missing too much time, although probably won't be going on Sunday against Jacksonville. Gessling, Strib. O'Connell didn't have a timetable yet for Will Reichard, but indicated it's possible the Vikings could look to add a kicker this week. Just said that. He said that Reichard sustained the injury last night. We'll go through the process. We'll need Will Reichard back as soon as we possibly can. Free agency group out there. It's not great, but I don't know. Can Kwesi pull off a trade for Justin Tucker? No, but it is noteworthy that John Parker Romo, the kicker that Reichard beat out in the offseason, is still available and does have familiarity with Coach Hatt and whatnot. So that could make some sense. Long snapper-wise, I don't know. Austin Cutting? Nah. Kramer Strib. Tight end Nick Muse, your company's computer guy, who has been on IR with a hand injury, fittingly enough, was the backup long snapper, which... It's always weird. Like, how come there's been so much crossover like tight end and long snapping from back in the day? It has been center Garrett Bradbury lately. O'Connell said they'll look for a full replacement this week and that DePaula could return this season. How about this? How about the Vikings trade for Creed Humphrey? I don't care that the Chiefs just signed him to an extension. And we make Bradbury the full-time long snapper / fullback. I mean, his movement skills will be good to go there. Don't know. On rookie outside linebacker Diamond Dallas Turner, who showed up, played about 50% of the snaps, got 4 pressures, and did some really good work last night against Indianapolis. Purple Persuasion. Vikings head coach on Diamond Dallas Turner, quote, "We wanted to get him more involved in the game, and he showed up. It's a step in the right direction, and he will build on." And Turner's first step is lightning. It is electric. And with Turner and Grenard, the Vikings do have 2 of the fastest first step outside edge rushers in the game. And Turner, who had been a bit of an afterthought in the Lions and Rams game, really showed up and showed out against the Colts. And I know, didn't have any sacks, blah, 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 but he was getting to the quarterback. He was moving the quarterback off of his spot, and that's all you can ask for, man. And Turner and Grenard, a little bit of AVG in there too. You'll be good to go. That's right. Also, speaking of the running back position, Purple Persuasion again. O'Connell in today's presser said running back Ty Chandler will still have a role in this offense. Based on O'Connell's spoke, it's very clear Cam Akers is RB2, though. So it is pretty noteworthy that Akers got all the spare running back snaps outside of Aaron Jones on Sunday night, a spot where Ty Chandler had been in a bit of an 80-20 timeshare with Jones, who is still so clearly running back 1. But Akers ran good, man. Pass protected well, had some nice burst runs in the second half, a couple catches as well. So Akers really is a dynamic player. I'm really happy that Kwesi made that deal a couple weeks ago, and he's emerging as having a role in this offense. And I can't wait till Akers signs somewhere else in free agency, and then at the trade deadline next year, just like, hey, coming on back. 3 for 3, baby. A three-peat. There you go. And lastly, talk about officiating, talk about refs, man. Vikings fan page. Kevin O'Connell on controversial non-calls towards Sam Darnold in the last 2 games. So the safety against the Rams as well as the scoop and score for the Colts, it's almost like it's allowed to just punch Sam Darnold right in the face and just take the ball away on scoring plays. O'Connell said this, quote, "My opinion on what took place last night on that play, or maybe a play previously 10 days before that, really doesn't matter. I'm learning that very quickly," end quote. Basically, he called out officiating and the league, but he said it in a way so he doesn't get fined. I'm just here so I don't get fined. But yeah, O'Connell definitely knows what's up, and he is full on. You got to play better than the refs ref, and what it came down to is that the Vikings played better than the refs ref against the Colts. They did not against the Rams, and it just sort of is what it is. But it doesn't go unnoticed, right? That 2 weeks in a row, the opposing team gets a scoring play after a very clear foul on the quarterback. So I guess we'll see. Anyways, that is it. Kevin O'Connell's Victory Monday presser. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skol, production value.